It's a sign of the times. On San Pablo Avenue in Berkeley, a former Cadillac dealership has been reborn as Green Motors, selling all-electric cars and scooters. The hot seller right now is a vehicle called the ZENN, that's ZENN for zero emission, no noise. And while many car dealers' sales are slumping, in this showroom it's have plug, will travel.
Our sales have been extremely brisk. I really believe that we're outselling most gas-powered companies right now. In the first 6 months, we've sold over 3 dozen cars, and we're the #1 ZENN dealer in the nation. It's fully on. No noise.
If you really want a park anywhere subcompact like the Mini Cooper or Toyota's Yaris, then ZENN fits right in. It has 2 doors, seating for 4, and a liftback that opens to reveal a modest 13 cubic foot storage space.
Come over to the front end.
Of course, the big advantage now of ZENN
The hood.
is what's not under the hood.
Look in with that puzzled look about knowing what to do somehow.
No gas-guzzling V anything, just batteries. There are more tucked under a panel in the rear. And if your daily rounds keep you within city limits, the big disadvantage of ZENN may not bother you. Federal law prohibits this class of vehicle from driving above 25 miles per hour. While the restriction rules out freeways and most bridges, ZENN defender and salesman Mark Korchin says it's manageable, especially for 2-car families.
When I get up in the morning, I just think, am I going to go on the freeway today? And if I'm not, then I just take this. I'm not polluting, and it's costing me 1/10 of what it cost me to drive my gas-powered car.
Out on the street, the ZENN feels like a real car. Thanks to a high-torque electric motor, it can handle the hills of the East Bay, and it accelerates rapidly, at least from 0 to 25.
That's part of my point, is you just can't get going that fast before you get to another stop sign. These streets are all posted for 25 miles an hour.
There's even a stick shift, although there's no clutch.
If I pull on the stick down, it goes from drive to neutral to reverse, and you get the beeping sound because the car is so quiet. People need to know that it's going backwards. And then if I push in, it goes into neutral, one more time back into drive, but no clutch action by my foot.
The dashboard display is minimalist, but you'll want to pay attention to the energy gauge. On a full charge, the ZENN can go between 30 and 50 miles.
But it seems to me that if a car can go over railroad tracks, it's a real car.
Mark Korchin, who grew up in Berkeley, never dreamed he'd become a car salesman until he made that first big sale to himself.
I just got into this because I wanted to drive electric myself, and I found the interest that people had when seeing my car to be so great that I thought, well, gee, maybe others would like to buy them a little bit more easily than I did. I had to order my first electric car directly from the manufacturer in Canada, and I was actually surprised that Berkeley didn't have an electric car dealership already, and that's when I decided that Green Motors was a perfect fit.
With the price of gas expected to stay stratospheric, both GM and Ford have announced plans to mass-produce electric cars and plug-in hybrids over the next few years. In the meantime, small companies, do-it-yourselfers, and niche manufacturers like ZENN Motor Company are leading the charge.
There's this feeling that I have, and I think that most of the people who drive it have, that as far as they can see, all the cars that they're seeing are part of the problem, and yet this car is part of the solution. And the wonder of it is that I'm doing something good for the planet, and at the same time I'm doing something good for my wallet.